Welcome to another live video of Real Hazardous.
And I'm telling you, it is actually alive. I mean, this is not staged or nothing. Everything you see here happens here right now.
Yeah, maybe a couple seconds delayed, but...
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so Jimmy, what are we going to talk about? We did 2 ledge trips in the past month. Venice, Louisiana, redfish. So what are we going to talk about?
Well, today we're going to talk about, like you said, some recent trips. His trip to Venice, Louisiana, upcoming hunting season. That's going to be pretty big. It's starting here in Florida. It started in Georgia, South Carolina. I know a little to the west of us, Alabama. Some of those states are a little bit later, but I'm sure you guys are prepping and getting ready for that now. So we're going to go through all those, different topics.
All right, first of all, redfish run this year. Excellent run, except what day?
Tournament day.
Tournament day. The only day we didn't catch. We strode fishing the other time. Tournament day. We had an issue with crabs. The crabs died, and redfish don't eat dead crabs.
Sometimes, but yeah, for whatever reason, those were some pretty bad dead crabs.
Yeah, because, I mean, we didn't even get a bite on a crab.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyhow, but then after that, we went back, the next weekend, and we strode a little
Yeah.
bit.
It was funny, before that, we did a trip, and we had crabs, and we had, dead bait, and we didn't catch anything on a dead bait, except we snagged an anchor. That's the only thing we caught on a crab was a snagged anchor.
Yeah, we caught the fish on dead bait, but not on the crab, Yeah, and anchor we rusted out too, so
Yeah.
still whatever. We thought we had to, whatever. But
Yeah, Jose and Spinning Valley, who had commented on the previous video before the technical difficulties.
Yeah, guys, we had some technical difficulties, so we had to set up a new video. But good to have everyone back. Good to see you back, Jose.
Jose, you're one of our favorite viewers.
We got
One, not the favorite, but you. We can depend on you. Let me put it to you like that.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Let's talk about your trip to Venice, Louisiana.
Venice, Louisiana. So
Home of the Cajuns.
the Cajuns.
live.
So the plan was we were going to spend a week down there, but Mother Nature decided against it. So I ended up going down there on a Sunday, and then coming back on a Wednesday. On the way down there, I've never been to Venice, so it was kind of an eye-opening. Going through New Orleans, all the old buildings back through there, kept through it, and we take the road out to Venice. Excuse me. And you can still see a lot of the problems from where the hurricane came through. The roofs were missing, places where the road had washed out.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's leveed on both sides. They say it's underwater, that road.
Mm-hmm.
But so anyhow, so we get down there, fishing with a friend of mine named Mark, and a nice 37 Freeman. And we head out the first morning, and it is some rollers that will bust your brains up. I mean, we're talking 6 to 7, maybe occasionally 8 or 9, and we're headed right into them. And Freeman rides good normally. We got spanked on that one. And it was a long ride, I think about 47 miles to where we went in one of the rigs. We get out there, man, the yellowfin are jumping out of the water. We see marlin, we see whales. So I was like, man, this is going to be the thing. So we start fishing. We catch a small yellowfin, about 29. I think the legal size is 27. And then we could never get another one hooked up on it. Now there's a couple boats around us ended up with some really nice fish. One boat called a marlin, and plenty of blackfins and skipjacks and stuff like that. So we come back the first day. We stop in and catch a nice red snapper, probably about 20 pounds ish.
Yeah.
Which made a good supper. And so we go back in. We go back out the second day. We got more on the crew. There was 3 of us the first day, and there's 6 the second day. And we go back out catching bait. Almost lost our first mate. He cast the net and we got hung up, and that Freeman was getting blasted by that current from the Mississippi, and about pulled him out of the boat. One of the guys grabbed him. I said, "Don't grab him, grab the rope, so he'll rip his arm off." So we grabbed it and it turned the net up. But anyhow,
You guys a little taller today.
yeah, a little bit longer reach. He's got a longer reach on him now. But anyhow, that was David. But anyhow, so we going out. We get again. We start fishing again, catching like I said, some blackfins and skipjacks. I started chunking. I hooked one. He buried it. I mean, you'll see the video later. I mean, just screaming drag. Pop! It was the weasel. Broke the line. Needless to say, I was not a happy person. But we stayed out there, never did hook up with another big yellowfin. Hooked up a couple big, we bridled some bonita and some blackfins and skipjacks and got hits on them. But one of them was, we're pretty sure it was a marlin we had to strike on, you know. But other than that, I mean, it was a new experience for me. I mean, really, it's hard to imagine the fishing area down there. Going through the Mississippi and then cutting through these little cuts, and I mean, they're not marked. The Mississippi is, but when you take these little, I don't know what they call them, little channels that go out into the Gulf, different places, but they're not marked. And after the hurricane, Mark was telling me that you got to really be careful because it changes the outlay of the loan.
Yeah. And even up here, it'll move the buoys around and stuff like that. So
Right, sandbar, especially at St. Augustine, we found that out a couple of times too.
there's a lot of little rivers and estuary where they call them little, all kinds of weaving stuff like that.
Yeah, and then tons of old rigs, the old rusty ones up close, and then the newer ones offshore. So it was pretty eye-opening. The water gets deep pretty quick. Red snapper within probably 5 or 6 miles of the land. So pretty fun place to fish.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back try it one in January, right?
Hopefully we'll get back in January.
We're out for 3 on that trip, aren't we?
Yeah. So let's see. We got a couple people. Sorry, catch up with comments. Spinning Ballyhoo, how's it going?
Thanks for the trip, Shane. We're gonna talk about you in a minute.
Let's see. NC Moose Rider, thanks for joining us. Let's see. Darren, how's it going, Darren? Also from North Carolina. I assume NC Moose Rider's from North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, we need to go hook up with that from the big blue fins, don't we? We've heard some good stories about them up there.
Have you ever done that, Darren, or a Moose Rider? No. Have you ever gone for the big bluefin tune out there? I thought about planning a trip.
About like that.
Yeah. As they said, the hurricanes that have passed by the Tortugas have completely changed it. So.
Oh, okay.
So pretty cool trip to Louisiana. We've gone offshore actually a couple times in the past few weeks.
This is the last 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
First week we got out there, and it was kind of crazy. The bite was really slow. I mean, we normally catch triggers, and we didn't hardly catch anything.
Yeah, it was pretty slow that day for triggers.
But we did catch the amberjack.
The biggest amberjack we've ever.
Huge amberjack.
Yeah.
Every donkey was kicking our donkey because it was on when he got on.
Yeah.
I'm reeling in a vermilion, and man, I thought it was a shark, and we fought for a long time. He's probably, I'd say, close to 100 pounds, if not even a little better.
We'll have that video out soon, and I'm telling you, I mean, it was just huge. We thought it was a big shark, so we're like manhandling the fish in. We're like, let's just get it up.
We're just having to break the line. The line wouldn't even break. Didn't even hook a little bit though.
Yeah, bend the hook. But we get it up, and I'm like, wow. At first, I saw white. I was like, that like a shark, belly of a shark. And then it flipped over. I see brown. I'm like, oh, please be like a huge cobia. But it was a big amberjack. I mean, I've dove with amberjack. We've caught amberjack. It's by far the biggest amberjack we've ever seen.
So our next trip, we go out with Spinning Ballyhoo.
Yep. Actually, Spinning Valley was with us on that trip.
Yeah.
The next trip, we got on his boat.
Right. Much better ride, wasn't it? That thing is ride like a really nice ride going out.
That was our first ride on a catamaran, an offshore catamaran. I don't know if any of you guys watching, besides Spinning Valley, who have a catamaran or fish off a catamaran. We did that, I think it was 31 Twin D. And then, of course, you went on the Freeman right after that.
Right.
So.
The difference between that Spinning Ballyhoos and that Freeman has got room in that boat, I mean, everywhere. You can climb down and take a nap in some of their hatches or something.
Yeah. But to be fair, it's 37 feet long and 12 feet wide. And
about what, $300,000 more, or maybe more than that, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But they were both good rides, and so we kind of kicked around the Freeman, didn't we? We'll probably get like a little cat boat later, 19 or something.
Yeah, we'll see. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of neat cat boats coming out. Invincible's coming out with a cat boat. It looks nice.
Somebody's doing an aluminum boat too.
Yeah. Let's see. Get to my few comments. D. Bartlett. Sorry, I'm saying that bad. He said, "What's the
maybe?"
no?
Okay.
There's no. I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure. It's
You don't have your glasses on.
yeah. He said, "What's the cost of a Louisiana charter?" It kind of depends. Looks like most of the ones, depending on the boat you get.
Yeah.
You know, like Mexican Gulf Fishing Company, Voodoo Charters, couple of them guys. It look like they're around 18 to 2100
Plus
fuel.
fuel, and they are
Yeah.
thirsty too.
But that's for like a boat of like 6
Yeah,
people.
that's the boat, and you can bring 6 people, so you can split 6 ways. So that plus fuel. I did look at another charter boat. He was a 39 contender, and he was like 2400, but that included fuel. Yeah, that's mostly how we do it here in Florida in Jacksonville. I like having just all one price, be done with it, of course,
Right.
plus your tip and living, wherever you're staying. But it seems like in Louisiana, most of them are that kind of trip plus fuel kind of thing. So
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
stuck with that problem.
And let me tell you something. I seen Mexican Fish Company. There was 3 or 4 of their boats out there, and they were hooked up just about all day long on those big yellowfins.
Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty good. So hopefully we'll get over there in January and learn some things, catch some fish, have a good time.
Right. They were using them all at like this long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'd throw about half a dozen run up, they'd stop the boat, throw about half a dozen and gun the boat. I guess it scattered a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they threw a line back there, and it was working. They were catching a few fish like
Mm-hmm. So Spring Valley, he said no arrows flew tonight in Wisconsin. He's on his hunting trips.
that.
So,
Good luck on it. Yeah, get that big buck. Hey, we were out there with spinning ballyhoo, and we got into the mahi
Mm-hmm.
and did pretty well on the mahi. And what else did we get?
Some tuna, some
Tuna?
skipjack,
That's
and
right,
blackfin,
and skipjack. Yes.
mahi.
Yes. So it turned out to be pretty good. It's kind of slow in the morning, but boy, that afternoon it picked up.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Let's see.
He took us to school and taught us how to catch a fish.
Hey Gary. Gary's tuning in from Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow, Gary, I think y'all doing good on shrimp now. Somebody told me they're catching a lot of big shrimp down there.
Mm-hmm. Jose said the bluefins are running in North Carolina now, 100 inches plus. Let's see. Darren said OIFC.
You want to do a bluefin with 2 contest?
I think I'm good on that.
Yeah.
We ain't done a kingfish on 2 contests. The
That's
sharks keep getting us.
Yeah. We had one on for about an hour and a half one day, and
Mm-hmm.
did it end up breaking, or he just pulled loose?
I think we just broke it.
Yeah, I think a shark got him while we were
Yeah.
fighting,
We had some crazy sharks this year. Like
Oh man, it's unbelievable.
there was a couple times we had like I hadn't seen this, from the boat or anything before. There were 2 bull sharks like together, just feeding on whatever would come up. They would just grab. They were hanging out by the boat. I mean, I've seen bull sharks come up. I haven't seen 2 come up feeding kind of competitively with each other. But at one point we were releasing a fish, and one of the guys released it. And I thought that shark came up.
He's washing his hands.
Yeah, he's kind of releasing rods in his hands, and that shark came up to him.
Come running up, but he hadn't really seen him.
Yeah, I don't think he saw him, but you see in the video, like, oh man, you gotta watch out, that shark will take your hand off.
They were following y'all for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. It was crazy here for sharks.
And we actually had it on the Go Fish cam. You can see it. We put it. They'd gotten half a kingfish already, so we put that kingfish back in, and you can see the shark coming up. It's pretty cool to see him feed and grab it.
Yeah, what happened to our other GoPro? For fish.
Yeah, we lost that to a shark. That was on another
broke the
video.
pole.
Yeah.
We had that big old bull shark out of the boat like a couple times. And
Yeah, we had a handling issue.
yeah, that line got wrapped around the tip. We made a
Yeah.
surge one time. So if you catch a bull shark, it's got a fish cam.
Yeah,
How
go
about
fish.
letting us know? We just want to see the video on it.
Yeah. So that second trip, we went offshore. We went to Spinning Valley on this cat boat, and we were trolling around. We caught some tuna and stuff, and kind of slow. And we ended up coming across a little bit of a weed line.
Well and shore, wasn't it? Like in about 120, 130 little work.
It was about 140. wasn't super far shore, but definitely inside of the ledge. And we just kind of started trolling it, and we started catching the mahi. We had some rattle jets back there, a couple of ballyhoo.
What do you always keep on your boat?
Rattle jet.
I'm telling you guys, always have a rattle, at least several probably, because they work.
Yeah. But it was cool, we just started fishing it and just started working it and catching them, and we stayed going along that weed line. And I think as it went, it kind of formed more of a rip. Like, it didn't look like a rip at first, but as we were fishing there, we could see over time we're on the rough side, and, there's a weed line, and then you could start to notice, hey, it's a different color. It's actually a little bit, I think it was a little bluer on one side, and we actually crossed over, and it dropped like a couple degrees.
Yeah,
so,
I thought it was a temperature break on that,
yeah, it was kind of neat. Like, it wasn't clear at first, but I mean, we were catching fish, and we had enough of a weed line. Let's work it. We used our plotter to kind of see our track, and we just kept working that angle, and the rip formed and the fishing got better. So
it looked like it was moving north, and as that's where we farther north we moved, we keep catching fish.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to follow them a little bit, but.
But yeah, finding that stuff, you catch a fish, and sometimes we haven't even seen it. Like, even our trip for mahi last year, we caught a mahi, and I hadn't seen the rip yet. And then later, my dad sees, like, hey, that looks like a rip over there. We caught the fish, a few hundred yards off of it, and we stayed in that area, and that's how we eventually found the rip, and fishing got even better after that. So
nice mahi too. I mean, 10, 15 pounders.
Yeah. 15 to 20 actually.
Yeah, yes. We had about 8 over 15, I think. But yeah, it was a good day. So, any more tune-ins right there?
Spinning down, he said, because I found the rip, but it was definitely a team thing. We're all working good, and
right. And we got there, and this is one of the things we like to do. We really like to fish with other people, and one of the things that's going to
sometimes.
But it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge, of course. But one of the things I wanted to tell you guys, and you guys are listening in, if you got children, take your children out there fishing. I'd take my children over friends any day. I mean, that's just the way we do it. And we've been fishing together since you was leaving up to hold the fishing pole. And we still do, and we enjoy going out there. So make sure you take your children. Even my daughter's got into fishing. So.
Sean said we need more catch, clean, and cook videos.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to catch more so we can clean and cook them. Yeah, catching has been the problem.
We'll definitely do that. I like to do a little cooking.
Oh my gosh.
Get in the kitchen
And how do I do my spices?
Well, that's the hard thing for those of you guys watching. Like, I don't know. You tell me if you get a lot out of it. His cooking, like, he doesn't really have a recipe. He's just throwing a little this, a little that. So, if you enjoy watching him cook, it's a great video. If you're like, I want to replicate that recipe, well,
good luck, huh?
What about blackened recipes? Blackened fish?
Yep, I did some blackened, and then I got burned up on that one.
Yeah.
We were all running out of the house because we couldn't breathe.
That would have been a funny catch and cook because, it was like smoking, and it was like that pepper smoke, so you can't breathe. It's like breathing in pepper spray. You're just coughing and trying to ventilate the house. So I don't know, maybe we'll video that next time. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, my daughter has good recipes that she follows. I just think, let me see what's in there. Let me try this right here. I'll sprinkle a little of this and a little of that. Most of the time it's okay, but sometimes they're like, nah, maybe a little too much. What was it we put in there one time?
Garlic salt?
Garlic salt. But that was on bread though, wasn't it? I did garlic bread. And I sweet let me give it a little more. And there was a lot of garlic bread. Let's just say that the vampires wouldn't bother us that night.
I didn't even think it was the garlic, it was the salt.
It was a garlic salt.
It was like,
And I don't think
that's
there really needs to be
powerful
salt on bread.
Yeah,
I like
low
that.
blood pressure stinks up there a little bit after eating that bread, doesn't it?
High sodium bread right there.
That's right.
But you have interesting cooks too, Jeremy.
Yeah.
We call that cardiologist special.
Mm-hmm.
That much salt in it. So anyhow, so now we're kind of shifting gears to hunting season.
Yep.
So I was out today. I went out and checked at some of our game cams. I actually seen a buck chasing a doe about, I guess another about noon or 1 o'clock, and went out there, and one of the cameras was out shaped. I guess the deer was there when I rode up, because it was like 10 minutes difference between the time I came in there and the deer was in there. So one thing to remember is, them deer will pattern you too. So a lot of times we'll sit in the morning, we might go grab us a snack or something and go back and sit like 11 to 1 or something. You'll be surprised how many deer will move in that midday
Yeah.
time too.
So this weekend, for those of you in Florida, is opening of Florida gun season. General gun, I guess as they call it. And it'll be interesting. I think it's gonna be good and cold, but we've also got some storms coming in tomorrow.
Tomorrow and maybe open morning.
Yeah, even through the morning. What are they saying? Anywhere from a quarter to maybe even 4 inches.
Yeah, it could be. We don't need that much out there where we're at. We'll have to bring we'll have it just loaded in there to get to our stands.
Yeah.
It gets so wet out there. But what do we do as soon as that rain stops?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. The good thing is it seems like deer, after the rain quits, like they'll move. So if you can be out there right when it ends, I've killed some deer, the last couple seasons. One in Georgia, we had a pour down rain. We got a video of this, and we got soaked. I got down, got in the car, and about an hour before dark, the rain just quit. I was like, you know what, we're here. We're gonna go back in the tree. So
Right.
climb back up, and I started hearing some hogs. Like, okay, I'll shoot a hog. And I'm on this big old rye field, and I look while I'm waiting for the hogs where I hear them. I look over across, and a doe comes out. I'm like, dang.
Long way away.
Yeah. I didn't realize how far away it was. I actually shot first, and I shot under her. I'm like, man, this deer must be further than I thought. I was thinking like under 5,200, and I don't have much of a drop. But when we walked it off, it was like maybe 350 or so.
That was a long,
So I was
shot.
like, yeah, my second shot, I hit her, killed her. So that was cool.
Yeah, I think I shot one that same afternoon. Same thing after the rain. I didn't get down there. I just stayed in the sand. I was freezing after the rain. So, but as soon as that rain stops, I like to be out there in the field. I mean, like within an hour if I can.
Yeah.
Somebody just like to get out there and move after rain.
Yeah. So ideally, if I can, I'll try to time it out. I'd like to get there when the rain's slackening if I can, and then wait, because I think it kind of covers, that the rain drops. It's kind of loud, so kind of masks your sound walking in.
And washes your scent away.
Yeah, it kind of washes the scent away, and I think the deer, they've been, held up after heavy rain. They're ready to move, so it's just kind of a good situation if you can time it right.
Yeah, we watch our game cams, and when we have heavy rains and all, the deer don't come into to eat, but after the rain, they'll still start coming in. So, in the old days, we hunted. If it be storming, we'd still be out there hunting. Rarely did we ever see anything, but like I said, once it stops. So if you wake up in the morning and it's storming, sleep in there a little bit.
Yeah.
And set your alarm clock for when the rain leaves, because that's when you want to be there. So, we have anything else we need to discuss? Everybody's with us here.
Anyone else? Any other questions, comments, thoughts? Hunting season, fishing season, winter fishery.
Yeah, Wahoo season's coming up here real soon.
Yeah, we'll be going for Wahoo. We had a really great day of catching blackfin tuna last year, right after Thanksgiving.
Oh man, we smoked some big blackfins too.
Yeah, that early winter, I feel like late fall, you get some good blackfin tuna and Wahoo. We're getting Wahoo now, but it'll only pick up from here.
Right. There wasn't much of a water break, temperature change. It wasn't like a wall of it like it is in the wintertime. It was kind of a more spread out one. There's spots where you got a 4-degree change from, in the wintertime. That's the spot you want to be in when it jumps up to around 70, 71. Even 69, I guess is probably good too.
Yeah.
What are some upcoming videos?
So this week we've got lobster catching from back in the Keys.
Right. And just for you guys that don't know, a lot of people don't know this, lobster season runs through March 31st. So you can go down there now and get in the water. It's cold. Well, and it may not be real cold yet, but it will be. So
Yeah.
make sure you wear some skins on you when you go down there.
We got some cool, fun Christmas videos. For those of you getting ready to do some Christmas shopping, we got an Amazon gift guide. There's some cool things you might want to like tell your wives or whoever to check it out if they need some ideas for you. I think we'll have some good stuff.
Right, order early because they said the chips are sitting off of California waiting to be unloaded. Bunches.
Or buy local.
Right, buy local.
But yeah, we got some of those videos. We've got some more deep drops that we did back in the Keys. Cool underwater footage of those. We got our ledge trips, our last two that we just talked about. You'll get to see those coming out soon. So those will be some of the good ones, and hopefully we'll have some hunting videos from these next couple of weekends that we can show you soon.
Right, and a couple of videos from Venice probably too.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to the live video. If you got any other questions or comments, just comment below or check out some of our other videos. Comment in. Check out, we got some new shirts with some cool fish and stuff on the back on Teespring. They're right under the video. Or if you want a performance shirt like his, for Christmas, then we got some of those as well.
Right.
Thanks for watching the video, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you on the next.